Hello, sports fans. This is Joe DuPont here, and we're talking about the 28 pages of the 911 Commission report, which implicates the Saudi Arabians of supplying aid and comfort, aiding and abetting the gentlemen who flew their planes into the buildings and crashed into a field out in Pennsylvania. There's a lot of weird stuff that went on. If you can go back 10 years prior to the attack on 9/11/2001, almost exactly 10 years to the day, George Bush Sr., I guess that's Herbert Bush, he was talking about a new world order. This is when they were dealing, I guess, with Saddam Hussein in the first round when they went into Kuwait or whatever it was. But the timing and the fact that we were on some sort of amazing alert so that they couldn't find the planes anyhow, the radar was all confused. That's amazing to me. The fact that this thing would come off exactly when we were in a position where we could at least head it off at the pass is more than just dumb luck or bad luck. I mean, someone who pulled this thing off would have had to known that we were going to be doing something like that. And I don't think that's very high end, very, very high end. Anyhow, let's get back to the 911 Commission report where they implicate the Saudis. Several senators and congressmen have seen it. The people who did the report feel that there's no reason why this information can't be released other than the fact that it might embarrass the Saudis, and it really might embarrass George W. Bush, who didn't want us to see this information, and the fact that we had all these men die, forgetting the fact that it happened. We're attacked. We went into the Gulf War with Saddam Hussein. We went into Afghanistan. We have thousands and thousands and thousands of people with their legs blown off, their arms blown off, their concussions, death, and we pissed off a lot of people. Even with these drone strikes that we've been sending out, we kill 90% of the people we kill are innocent people. I know. There's the only good Arab is a bad Arab or whatever the heck it is. But that's not the case. These are people with families. Wedding parties get wiped out. If you were one of the members of the wedding party that survived, wouldn't you want to get some sort of revenge, or would you just be a good Christian and have the other turn the other cheek to get slapped again? I don't think so. This is amazing that we have, instead of the Pope trying to save Christians in the Middle East, in Syria, for instance, we have Vladimir Putin saving Christians by bombing the crap out of ISIS, who we've just left alone. We've been working with them. We supplied them with arms, and then we're surprised. There's no accountability whatsoever what's going on in this whole mess. It's very, very disheartening between that and the Federal Reserve, who is fleecing everybody, and the World Banks in Iceland. They're throwing a whole bunch of bankers in jail. In the United States, they catch them laundering money for the drug cartel. They slap them on the wrist. They get caught again. No problem. They're saying that they're too big to fail and they're too big to jail. Now, what the hell is going on here? And all you people out there, all you care about is if your football or your basketball or your hockey team wins. I mean, yeah, we got them. It's insane. You people are so distracted on stuff. Bruce Jenner, they make him into a hero when he killed this lady in a car accident just months before he had this transformation, and you're all buying into the media. And of course, when this type of stuff happens, it's usually like a trade agreement which they're trying to ram down our throats to give this country away to these international people, who even our senators can't even see what the hell the trade bill is. It's insane what's going on here. And if you don't think there's some sort of new world order going on, you really have another thing coming. And it's happening at such a increased rate, such an accelerated rate. We've lost our rights as a result of this 911 thing, the attack. Our local newspaper, the Daily Review, They were doing an 800-year perspective on the Magna Carta. Well, they failed to mention there's no such thing as the Magna Carta as far as what our rights are in the United States, based upon trying to get those bad, evil people. Turns out the bad, evil people the government's talking about are like ex-military. They're basically people who believe in the Constitution. The only person who would be afraid of the Constitution are international concerns that look at that the Constitution is in their way of total domination of our entire economic system, and that's the scary part. That they've convinced everybody, even the media, that anybody who believes in the U.S. Constitution and the wisdom of our forefathers is some sort of enemy of this state. The only enemy they are of is that people trying to take over this country and are in full view of everybody. The media is totally controlled. You get the same talking points from everybody. Even Fox News, who the liberals hate, they hate them. They are part of the situation too. When it came to Donald Trump, they couldn't help but try to screw him up in the debates because he's not a team player. He's not part of that group. And these people who are eventually elected, either they find these people with real kinds of serious stuff in their closet, and they actually promote these people to become your elected officials through controlling the media. And then when they need something done, things that are totally contrary to the interests of this country, they say, listen, remember that girl you were with, at the minor you were with in a motel room 20 years ago? This is what we're talking about. Even the Judge Roberts, the Supreme Court Roberts, I mean, they had something on this guy, and I'm not going to say what I think they had on him, but the fact of the matter is they had something on him. And the CIA and everything, they are monitoring all the congressmen, all the senators. If they don't have something on them going in, they're looking for stuff that they can get for them later on. It's totally amazing. Then there's this group called the Bilderberg people. If you want to spend the time and look up Bilderberg, that is amazing. These are the people, and mostly the bankers, the powerful bankers, international bankers related to the Federal Reserve. And these are the people who choose the two candidates that you will have an opportunity to vote for, one on the Republican side, one on the Democrat side. And as far as they're concerned, they don't care which one gets elected because they've already have a deal with them as to what they're going to do. And all the other candidates that they don't like, the media will attack and be picayune and harp on things that don't matter. Whereas if you notice, if you happen to be a Clinton or an Obama, it's no problem. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter. I mean, who's a Mitt Romney? His big problem was he had a dog on a roof carrier during one of the vacations. So the dog was on the roof, and they went on and on. I mean, the dog was fine. It was a place to put him. The fact he had his family in a car, a big station wagon or whatever the hell it was. I mean, you'd think people would like that, but no. But Mitt Romney is also part of the problem too. You have to understand that. Look at McCain, who's a total nutcase. He's trying to start war with Russia over Syria, which is totally insane. But McCain told everybody, he said, if Obama gets elected, don't worry, nothing bad will happen. Well, Christ, short of just turning the keys over to ISIS and everybody else of this country and bankrupting us every which way he can, don't worry. It's amazing. It really is. So, you young kids out there, unless you actually wake up, because your parents and your grandparents most of them are really, they're worried about, like I said, some TV show, Dancing with the Stars or whatever. I want to be a millionaire and stuff like that. That's their big concern. Or they're worried about, who's gonna win the Super Bowl, or who's gonna win the World Series, or being able to buy a lottery ticket. They have us really distracted in many, many ways. Even though like the NFL is basically running ads, anti-gun, anti-Second Amendment ads during the Super Bowl and stuff. I mean, this is insane, folks. And this tirade has really gone on long enough. But it's been a long time since I kind of spoke about too much, and hopefully the main thing is that you're not complacent and that you write your letters to the editor and make a point, because the regular media is not going to do it. You really have to search out the information, look for issues that are really obvious, but no one wants to put two and two together. So anyhow, hang in there. Hang in there, and let's hope Putin kills all the ISIS people before they get over here. But I'm sure we'll screw it up somehow. Take care.